Here we go. I'm sure by the title of this video that you can tell what it's about. And I'm very nervous, excited, and scared for this huge step in my life. I've thought and prayed long and hard about what would be the best way to go about this, and seeing how videos have been such a positive form of communication for me in the past, I thought that this would be the best way. I am a Christian, and I am gay. Just hearing those words and knowing that all of you are going to hear it is so liberating. I know that many of you already knew this, assumed this, or maybe it actually is breaking news to you. But for my entire life, I have struggled to come to terms with who I am and who God made me to be. It took me a really long time and many, many years of purposeful neglect and denial to get to the place where I am today, and to really desire to dig into the theology regarding this issue. Theology that I had never even questioned growing up, whether it was true or whether it was false, or whether the Bible really condemned homosexuality. But I am just so thankful for the peace that God has provided me over this issue, because I know that it's something that can absolutely eat away at people until they are so angry at the church that they just want nothing to do with it. So here's what I believe to be true. My sexuality is a gift from God. It is part of how He specifically designed me, and it's not something that I am supposed to renounce. It's actually a crucial part of my testimony, and it's something that I can use, not just to help other people in my situation find freedom, but to help continue this conversation about LGBT inclusion in the church. Now, I know that there is a lot to unpack in those statements, and believe me, I still don't really know what that means specifically for my life, but I know that this is something that I need to do. I need to add my voice to the dialogue. So many of my friends and family see the LGBT community as a them, but now you know someone that belongs to that group, someone that you love and care about, someone that you call a friend, or a brother, or a son. Now, part of the reason that it's taken me so long to actually come out and say this is because I have been terrified that I would be completely rejected. I've spent the last 6 years of my life at California Baptist University building up a reputation as a singer and a songwriter and a composer of worship music, of contemporary Christian choral music. And one of my greatest fears in this is that because I'm being open and honest about what's in my heart and what's going on in my life, that people won't want to sing or listen to or worship along with the music that I have written, and that breaks my heart. But I know that that fear is founded in my own glory, and this is not about my glory. It's about me being brave and bold to fully be the man that God created me to be. My struggle to come to terms with who God designed me to be has been the center point of my entire life for the last 10 years, and it has caused me so much anxiety and inner turmoil, and it's something that I was not ready to talk about until now. This is my story, and I can't let this incredibly crucial part of what God has done in my life cripple me anymore. I am made in the image of my Creator, and yes, I am a fragile, sinful, and broken human being. But my sexuality is not what makes me broken, sinful, or fragile. To those of you watching that have believed that homosexuality is condemned in the Bible your entire lives, I just want to say that I was there too. I believed that for a very, very long time, and it's something that ate away at me, and it made me completely despise myself. And many great scholars have come before me, so nothing that I could say here would be any sort of revolutionary statement regarding this topic. But I will say, just briefly, the homosexuality that is described in the Old Testament and again by Paul in the New Testament is completely different from same-sex relationships and marriages that we see today. The culture and time periods that those blanket statements about abominations and not inheriting the kingdom of heaven referred to homosexuality that was by its very nature extramarital, abusive, and rape-oriented. It wasn't about relationships and love. So to say that those statements apply to what we see in our society today, it doesn't make logical sense. But that's really all I want to say on it just in this particular video. If you have any questions regarding this, I absolutely implore you to watch Kathy Baldock's video conference called Untangling the Mess. It is so informative and just like blew my mind the first time that I saw it. I'll have a link down below for it. So I'm sure many of you are wondering, why now? Why come out when the vast majority of my connections and friendships that I have built over the last decade have been in the conservative Christian world? And I risk losing those relationships, and I risk losing respect, and I risk losing opportunities. But I truly believe that this is what God wants me to do. I believe that God has called me to share this part of my life, that He's going to use it to help other people, to change other people's lives, and to help this dialogue continue. Because the question isn't, should we allow gay people to be in our churches and to be in our schools? They're already there. We exist. This is a conversation that is important because people's lives are at stake. And so I might risk losing some friends and some opportunities and some jobs because of this. But really, it's not about me. It's about being honest and open and knowing that if my story can help even just one person and change their life for the better, then it is a story that I must tell. So here's 4 facts. I am a Christian, and I am gay. My sexuality does not define me, but it is a crucial part of who God made me to be. And I will live the rest of my days seeking God's will for my life. And part of that, I believe, is working to help heal the divide between the LGBT community and those that claim to follow Jesus. Thank you all for watching. It means the world to me. I'm sure that many of you have questions, and I am more than happy to answer them, so I guess I will see you in the comment section below.